injuries? How do they manage the bench minutes here on night one?
Welcome back to HoopZone Sport News. The NBA season is finally here, and we're diving right into a crucial discussion about the New York Knicks, who will face a tough challenge in their season opener against the defending champion Boston Celtics. The Knicks are entering this high-stakes matchup with some key injuries, specifically to their bench players Precious Achiuwa and Landry Shamet. With this, their depth will be tested right from the start. Let's break down how these injuries could affect New York's chances in this opener and beyond. Injury impact on Knicks bench depth. The loss of Precious Achiuwa and Landry Shamet is a significant blow to the Knicks rotation. Both players were expected to provide valuable minutes off the bench, especially in critical moments where depth can make or break a game. Achiuwa, known for his defensive versatility and rebounding, was expected to bring physicality to the second unit. Shamet, on the other hand, was slotted to add perimeter shooting and spacing, something that New York desperately needs in its system. Now, without these two key contributors, the question is, how will head coach Tom Thibodeau manage the bench rotation and minutes? Thibodeau has been known throughout his tenure to emphasize defense, toughness, and discipline, so it's no surprise that he remains confident. When asked about the team's current predicament, he said something that we've heard many times before: "We have enough to win." But the real challenge is how they will fill the gap left by Achiuwa and Shamet. Which players are going to step up and prove they can hold their own, especially in such a crucial game against the Celtics? Potential solutions: who will step up? One of the immediate strategies for Thibodeau might be to lean on his starters more, mixing in only a few bench players with the core group. In this scenario, Mikal Bridges, who was primarily expected to lead the bench unit, will likely see extended minutes alongside the starters. This way, the Knicks won't need to rely entirely on their second unit, which is now thinner due to injuries. It's also expected that we will see some unexpected names getting early minutes. In particular, rookies like Daishen Nix or Tyler Kolek might be thrust into the spotlight much sooner than anticipated. Thibodeau typically prefers to ease younger players into the rotation, but given the circumstances, there might not be much choice. Daishen Nix, with his size and ball handling ability, seems like a candidate to sneak into the rotation, especially since the Knicks will need more playmaking and perimeter defense. Tyler Kolek is another option. Although his role wasn't expected to be significant right away, the Knicks' depth issues could give him a chance to make an early impression. However, it's still unclear how Thibodeau will balance the minutes between his rookies and veterans. Navigating the season opener against Boston. So, how does all of this impact the Knicks' chances in the opener against the Celtics? Boston is coming off an impressive run as champions, and they're not showing any signs of slowing down. They've got a loaded roster, with star power in Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and the newly acquired Kristaps Porzingis. Their ability to stretch the floor and score in a variety of ways will be a massive test for New York's defense, which is already weakened due to the absence of Achiuwa. Offensively, the Knicks will need to lean heavily on Jalen Brunson and Karl-Anthony Towns. Brunson has shown time and time again that he can lead this team in crucial moments, and Towns brings a dynamic skill set that should help open up opportunities inside and out. But without reliable shooters like Shamet, the Knicks might find it difficult to create enough spacing to free up Towns in the post or Brunson on drives. Another key factor will be the defensive matchups. Without Achiuwa's ability to guard multiple positions, the Knicks will need to find another solution to contain Boston's offensive firepower. This is where Mikal Bridges becomes even more important, as he will likely be tasked with guarding Boston's top wings, potentially Jaylen Brown or Jason Tatum. But even if Bridges can slow them down, Boston's depth and versatility could still pose problems for New York. Thibodeau's challenge and tactical adjustments. Tom Thibodeau is known for his defensive schemes, but the Celtics are no easy team to stop. New York will have to focus on limiting Boston's three-point shooting, which has been one of their strengths, especially with players like Porzingis adding range to their offense. Expect Thibodeau to deploy more switching and maybe even some zone defense to force Boston into tougher shots. Offensively, the Knicks could rely more on transition points. With the Celtics' tough half-court defense, New York will need to capitalize on every opportunity to push the pace and score before Boston can get set. Guys like Immanuel Quickley and Quentin Grimes will play crucial roles in this regard, as they are capable of bringing energy off the bench and keeping the tempo high. The Knicks will also need to be mindful of foul trouble. With a thin bench, they cannot afford to have key players like Towns or Brunson sitting due to early fouls. Expect Thibodeau to emphasize discipline and smart defense to avoid unnecessary fouls, particularly when defending Boston's aggressive drives to the basket. Knicks can overcome, but it won't be easy as the Knicks face the defending champion Celtics. They are undoubtedly at a disadvantage due to their bench injuries. However, Thibodeau's confidence in his team's depth shouldn't be underestimated. With Jalen Brunson and Karl-Anthony Towns leading the charge, the Knicks still have enough firepower to compete with Boston. The key will be tactical adjustments, disciplined defense, and finding unexpected contributions from the bench. While Boston is a formidable opponent, especially at full strength, the Knicks have the resilience and the star power to pull off an upset. If New York can keep the game close and limit Boston's outside shooting, they could very well steal the win in the season opener. Keep an eye on this one, Knicks fans. It's a tough matchup, but New York has the tools to navigate through the early challenges. As the season progresses, and once the roster is fully healthy, this Knicks team will undoubtedly be a major contender in the Eastern Conference. So, stay tuned for an exciting start to what could be a defining season for the New York Knicks. That's all for now. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more NBA updates and in-depth analysis right here on HoopZone Sport News.